Hi, people. Welcome to another episode of Inlaws Diaries. My name is Mariam, and I still remain your girl, ready for you guys. Today, I have two important guests in the house. They're both coaches, and we'll be shedding light on the topic which says making time as a catalyst for growth. And this applies to both parties, both the male and the female gender. Today, I can't wait for you guys to hear from them because they're going to be digging deep into this topic, and I'm sure that one of you out there is going to learn something from what they're going to say today. So sit back and hang in there. So I'm going to be introducing my guest to you. On my immediate left, I have Coach Ramatu. She's a coach and she's going to be shedding light on our topic, like I mentioned earlier. And on my left, I have Coach Rahma. Welcome back to Inlaws Diary again. Actually, the both of them have actually been on the show before, so it's nice to have you guys here again. And then I'll leave the introduction to you guys.
Well, thank you. Like she said, my name is Coach Ramatu, and I'm a life coach and a family therapist. And I'm very passionate about individuals having an awesome experience in their relationships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's have Coach Rama.
Thank you for having me. My name is Rahma Zakaria. I am a confidence coach, communication expert, and the self-aware pundit. I help people elevate their communication and confidence skills so they can build a brand that attracts the right opportunities.
You just heard how she spoke, right? So confident. That's by the time you're done watching this episode, you'll be so confident, like speaking out anywhere you are. So let's just dive into it, like we said. So the topic today is being a catalyst as we grow, right?
Exactly.
As we grow. Okay, so we can take it from our agenda. Let's take it from our agenda first.
Yeah.
I mean, we know better from that end, and then we can dive into the other agenda. So yeah,
Yes.
what do we have to say about that in the growth aspect?
No, let me let you go. Please stay where you are.
Yeah, in the growth aspect. I mean, I'm just saying in the growth aspect. Like, what do you think?
Okay. For me, I am excited about the topic we're talking about today, making time a catalyst for growth as you wait for your soulmate. And you know the reason why I am excited is because society has placed a lot of pressure on people and they set some timeline to what you must achieve, who you must become, what you have to do, and all of that, forgetting that everyone cannot live the same script. You know, so when people wait for their soulmate, for some people, they just see it as a time where they need to be unhappy, be in that downtime where they start questioning whether or not they are whole as a human or whether they have a problem within themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes the person you want to meet or the person you want to be with would require you to be a different version of yourself.
All right.
So when we say making time as a catalyst for growth, we're saying things about you taking time to understand yourself, go on a journey of self-discovery, getting to know yourself. What do I like? What do I not like? What do I want? What do I not want?
Mm-hmm.
What can I take? What can I not take?
Yeah.
What can I compromise?
Exactly.
About knowing who you are deeply. Because if you don't know yourself, well, how do you even tell someone who you are or even show someone who you are?
Mm-hmm.
And then I always have this I have this idea, I have this belief, let me call it that belief, that from the abundance of how you treat yourself is how you treat another person. Before I used to get upset when I see people treating others badly, but now I feel like they need love the most because from the abundance of what you have within you is what you share with others. So when we say making time as a catalyst for growth, what we are saying is using that period that you're waiting to meet your soulmate to your own advantage, to develop yourself, grow yourself, and be the best version of yourself.
Yeah, so I mean that was intense. Like you went from top to bottom and bottom to top, But so something came up in between and I'd like to ask. Okay, so you said you need to know yourself to be able to treat other people. I would have thought that it would have been a case of you knowing yourself for people to treat you better.
People will treat you how you treat yourself.
Exactly. So I would say it is how you treat yourself that would make people treat you.
Mm-hmm.
Also, yes, it applies to how you treat other people, but I feel like the hierarchy is more of how people treat you. So it is how you place yourself that people will treat you.
You're right.
Exactly.
So when I say from the abundance of how you treat yourself is how you treat others. What I'm saying is this: when we say love your neighbor as yourself,
right?
So you're treating the other person
just how you exactly.
Yourself.
Okay.
So
yeah.
when you know yourself and you understand yourself and you treat yourself well, people would mirror it.
Exactly.
Except someone who has maybe a mismanaged self-identity that will just see you and just want to treat you in an improper way.
We're going to come back to how to identify.
So, for me,
how to identify. We're going to come back to that. So let's hear from Coach Ramatu.
Yeah. So interestingly, the perspective it's a bit broad.
Yeah.
But I want to take it from both sides.
Yeah.
For the woman, there's more pressure on the woman than the man. So the woman is forced. It's like she's the society places more expectations on her to get married on time.
And she's probably forced to fit into the box.
To whatever the standard the society has set for her. But she has a right to live by her own standards.
Of course.
And not allow, if you can't define yourself, the society will define who you will be. And the same thing for the man is that there's less pressure on them. It's not as if there's no pressure on them. But most time when they are ready, they are ready.
Yeah.
And they can afford to pick the next person that fits their own kind of description of what they want, of their
life partner,
of how their life partner wants it to be. And I'm particularly passionate about women because in the society, once you just sign the dots, the woman gives in her all, and she's at the receiving end, and that is why the woman must take responsibility of who she wants to be with.
Yeah.
Is who will be the father of her children, who is going to be her leader, and who is willing to take her as a managing partner of this lifelong journey. So it's very, very important. That know yourself, know what you want, like Coach Rama said. Know what you can compromise. Know your deal breakers. So that you attract the kind of person you want, and immediately you see that kind of person, you can spotlight him and say that's the guy I think I can do life.
And your energy will definitely match.
And in the same vein, when you meet somebody and you know he's not right for you, because you are so much self-aware, you are able to tell yourself that
this is not it.
This is not it. Even though I love him, you will have the courage to walk away from such a person.
Yeah.
So that you don't go in thinking you can change a fellow human being to suit your own dreams.
Yeah.
And that is the mistakes a lot of us make. So what is important is that ask yourself, who are you? Who are you not? What are you? What are you not?
Thank you so much, Coach Rama. Thank you so much, Coach Rama too. And I'm sure that this first session, while we go on our break and come back, we'll come back with more to dive into this particular topic. See you guys in a bit. Welcome back, guys. So yes, in our first session, we spoke about making time as a catalyst for growth in our own gender. So now we're going to talk about in the male perspective, and I'll leave it to Coach Rama to start.
Okay, so when I get asked this question, I usually like to say that I like men, especially the ones who have taken the initiative to work on themselves. You can agree with me that in our society, most men, emphasis on most men, I didn't say all men, most men are not raised, they are erased. Because from childhood, when a boy child is raised, or when a boy child is given birth to, while they are raising the boy child, you hear things like, oh, boy, don't cry, boy, don't complain. Let me give you an example. There was a woman who died recently. She's a popular singer, a Muslim singer. So when they were covering the Fidel prayer, the 8 days Fidel prayer, the son was crying beside the daughter. And someone was saying, Make, Make, Make. So in my mind, I'm like, why shouldn't he cry?
That's his mother. And at that tender
age, the boy wouldn't be more than 11 or 12. In my head, I'm like, there would never be another mother figure to this boy that will act as good or as qualified as his mother had acted. No matter how how poor your mother is, she's still your mom.
mother.
She loves you. So for most boy child, they were not raised to be vulnerable, to be expressive. And that's why you see most men today, they don't want to talk. They keep things to themselves. So only God knows what is going on in the head of an average man. Overthinking. And at the end of the day, when this thing happened, and for some that their parents think that they raised, they indulged. So in the point of indulge, they say, oh, boys don't wash plates, boys do not cook, boys do not clean, boys don't do this. They ended up, making them become
a mini god.
Not even a mini god is even like we're even exaggerated. More becoming like a burden to the society.
Right.
And that's why you see that kind of a child, or when it grows into becoming a man, the child is still captured inside of him. He's not looking for a wife, he's looking for a mother. A mother to mother him but not be his mother.
Of course.
Do all what my mother will do, but don't treat me like my mother would treat me.
Like a
so
child.
There's confusion, there's a bit of identity crisis, So when I see the men, I'm a trainer. I've been in classes, I've anchored trainings, I've trained. I could tell you that if you go to a class where we have 20 to 30 people, you would see, let's say 30 for example, 25 might be women and just 5 are men. So women spend more on personal development, becoming a better version of themselves.
Right.
Because we're raised to be nurturers. The mothers will say, oh, learn how to take care of yourself. You have to be clean as a lady, fold your clothes, be able to wash yourself, clean yourself, smell nice, do all of those things. Those attention were not really there for the boy children. So when I see the boy child, when I see the ones that are able to take care of themselves, go out and develop themselves, discover themselves, find self-awareness, love themselves, understanding that crying as a man does not reduce you from being a man. I like that kind of person because I'm like, oh no, you are changing the future of so many male children because it's going to be a role model to his sons.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Coach Rama. That was very intense and explanatory. I hope all the men that are watching are willing to take a class with Coach Rama, because after this episode, I'm sure that everybody will be self-aware. But in fact, I don't need to say, don't worry. Just wait at the end. You'll see Coach Rama, her handle is there. Go and register for a class. Let's hear from you, Coach Rama.
Yeah. Hey, interesting enough, at this point that we are, I think after being raised, men should be very deliberate about their personal development. It's not about pursuing money.
That's another angle.
Yeah, it's not about pursuing money. You must create time to look inwards, to be able to appraise yourself and see, am I a good husband? Am I a good father? Am I a good neighbor? Particularly in your relationships.
Yeah.
Because all these things are what make you an honorable man in the society. So it is important that you take deliberate steps to personally grow yourself. Nobody's going to take the excuse of, I was raised this way.
Yeah.
You must be deliberate about who you are, what you want to be in future. So that you can fit into it. So that gives room for the kind of person you want to marry too.
Yeah.
You want to do life with. The better a man understands himself, he's able to play the roles, all roles better.
Yeah. You're very correct.
It's very important that you use time as a catalyst for your personal development that will be of benefit for you in future.
Yeah, thank you so much, Coach Rama and Coach Ramata. I'm sure that you've gone beyond and above on this topic as well, and I'm sure that definitely 1 or 2 people out there would have picked up something from this episode, which will also take us to announcing our upcoming event.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The Love Century.
Yes, the Love Century. We are saying it out to you guys here, and our registration link will be at the bottom of this episode. Please shed a little bit of light on it for our guests to know what our event is going to be about.
Oh, that's amazing. So the Love Sanctuary is going to be a safe haven for women, just women. And the reason is because there are so many expectations of women. Oh, be this, be that. Women juggle a lot of things together. So that day is going to be more like an adult crutch day. Where you come, you be yourself.
Where you come and then we change your diaper for you. You have lunch.
Connect with like-minded people. It's going to be amazing. We're going to be learning. We're going to be connecting with other like-minded, beautiful souls like ourselves. We're going to be sharing, It's going to be fun. It's in Lagos and it's going to be in May, It's going to be fun and amazing. You don't want to miss it because I, as a co-trainer, I am super excited about this event. It's a non-judgment zone, a safe place for you as a woman to come, learn, share, and be vulnerable. Be yourself. So it's going to be amazing. It's going to be from 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. If you're a woman and you're in Lagos, make it there. Come around.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it.
It is value for your money, 100% return on investment.
You heard it all, guys. There's really nothing much I can say. So we hope to see you at the Love Century.
Love Century.
We look forward to seeing you. Thank you, guys. It's been a wonderful episode on Inlaws Diaries. I can't wait to see you guys on the next episode. Bye.